Knockout Legends in the building. Like, comment, and subscribe. So, today I'm going to talk about the press conference for the big event that is, in Frank Warren's words, a game changer. It's for the Riyadh season fights that basically it's called the Day of Reckoning, but it's a kind of weird thing to be watching because we've got so many fighters on the card now. Like, I watched the press conference, and it's probably better if a person just what do you call it, goes and watches the press conference. But it is stacked. It's stacked. I didn't even realise how many people they've got on the card, and then how many promoters they are as well to actually do everything. It is actually excellent because the Saudis have got it spot on. You know, for a boxing card to have so many people on it, it is a game changer, to be fair. But the only thing what I find a bit disingenuous about it is that the main fights that we want to see, they're not actually taking place yet. But I think what it is the leading up to that. So with already having the fights in Saudi, like with the Joshua fights with Ruiz as the testers, then obviously the Tyson Fury fight with Tyson Fury, the Tyson Fury fight and the Queensberry there doing that. I think what's happened is by getting Queensberry there, that's kind of like put the icing on the cake. Warren, Hearn's already been there before, so because Hearn's already been there before, it kind of entices everyone else to come along. And because maybe Wilder and Joshua can't fight each other or can't agree yet, so get other people to fight with them, co-main event. Then if they both win, then obviously the next fight's going to be with them. I think what they're going to try and do is, if both fighters come through their fights and win, then obviously we're going to lead up to the Undisputed having them on the card. And then what will end up happening is whoever wins will obviously get the first crack at whoever wins the Undisputed, and then whoever manages to retain the belts and or wins that series of fights in the Undisputed saga with Fury and Usyk. Once that's concluded, then obviously whoever has mandatories, whoever will actually be up in line will actually get up in line to fight either the loser or the winner. So it's going to be interesting, and it's kind of good for the heavyweight division because we're starting to see more movement. We're starting to see more people fighting each other, and it's kind of making it exciting again. It's kind of bringing life back into the sport. It's like a person that's had a cardiac arrest and basically they've had a heart attack and they've stopped breathing. Somebody's performed CPR and put life back in the body, and by doing so, he's put life back in the division. So I'm going to go through all the people that are fighting each other, and I'm just going to go through a quick few quotes and my observations of the press conference, because if I keep talking, I'll be doing this for flipping ages because it's a lot. There's a lot to flipping get into. So Junior Farr takes on Frank Sanchez, and basically his quote is basically, train hard, I'll see you on the 23rd, and he looks very confident in his speech and on point and on job. So, but Frank Sanchez is not there to actually respond. So anyway, Ajit Kabiel takes on Aslaben Makhmudov, and he's undefeated, Makhmudov's undefeated, and obviously Kabiel's serious, but in his broken English he's saying, I hope you train good, I will see you on the 23rd. So Makhmudov's not there, so we don't really hear much from Makhmudov to actually reply. So anyway, Jao Patayo is WBC cruiserweight champion, serious guy, very matter of fact, to the point, and also very intense. You know, he says it's great to be part of the card, and basically I've earned my spot to be here, and I'm king of the obviously the cruiserweight division. So Ellis Zorro, I've not really seen that much of him. He's English, he's undefeated, so he says he's got to be on his A game as he's the best cruiserweight in the world. So anyway, the next bout is Lyndon Arthur versus Dimitri Bivol. So Arthur is IBO light heavyweight champion, and Bivol obviously is the king of the light heavyweights. Anyway, I'm actually glad for Arthur because he's shown he's a warrior, and he always steps up when he's called. It's kind of sad that that's kind of happened to Arthur, because I think if he never lost the Yard fight, this probably wouldn't have happened to him. But I think it's kind of par for the course with him and Yard. When there's opportunities, they have to step up, because they're not that big enough names yet where they can command that they get the fights they want. So he even said it himself. It came out of nowhere, so I've got to take these opportunities when they come and upset his plans for the future. And Bivol's words were, glad to be back in the ring. Thanks to Arthur's team for taking the fight. He's the best light heavyweight in the division for me to fight as he's IBO champion. I want to move forward to my goal. So they're the words from both fighters. But anyway, going back anyway, Eddie Hearn says about Jay Opetaia, he's the #1 cruiserweight, and Bivol's the best light heavyweight, and Jay Opetaia is king of the cruiserweight divisions. Frank Warren says Ellis is a big puncher, he's undefeated, and it's going to be a real good fight between them. So anyway, moving on, we got the Hrgovic versus Mark Damori fight, and Damori has 11 wins in a row and he has 10 KOs. He says he's coming to hit the body and he's going to go for the KO. When the bell rings, my respect for him goes out the window. So anyway, moving on, we got the Dubois versus Miller. Then we got Wallin versus Joshua. And then we got Josie Parker versus Deontay Wilder. Them two are co-main events. And anyway, also in attendance on the press conference is Dimitri Salita, Frank Warren, and Shelley Finkel. But I need to note a few things. Joshua looks serious and he's fuming when he came in, because he come in second to last, and Wilder come in last, and he's smiling and he was kind of serious as well. So Turk Al-Sheikh said a few words, and what I have to say is it's the first time all three promoters have worked together, so we have to commend the Saudis for bringing them all together to get basically some mouth-watering clashes. So anyway, the Dubois versus Miller fight, a few words were said by Miller, and basically Miller was saying thanks to Dubois for being a dummy for signing the contract. And then Devsani started stirring up shit. So AJ checked him, but he asked him if he had any words to say to Wilder and AJ, because obviously he's got bad blood with them. And then he said they can kiss my black ass, Wilder and AJ. AJ responded by, shut the fuck up, don't start with me. I see you brought your mum here, you need the rent paying. Watch your mouth, Miller. But anyway, he got really serious and really hyped up, because that's when he checked that Devsani, because he was staring up rubbish, asking him questions and saying stuff, and he had to tell him, you're not my promoter, you can't tell me what's going to happen in the future, so shut up. And Sani shut up. But it serves him right. He kind of shit stares. I hate people like that. Just do your job and be quiet. You know what I mean? Ask the questions, but shut the fuck up when people are talking. But anyway, Hearn had a few things to say about Joshua, and he said it's going to be a destructive performance on the 23rd. Wilding got to speak about Joshua, and he said that basically they sparred many times, fought in the amateurs, and we've both had a few fights. But he's peak now, so I think it's my time. I've been trying to get this fight for a long time. We've been trying to get this fight for a long time. Now we finally got it. We think we can win. So AJ is very serious and intense when he speaks, and he says, "I believe I'm going to be the 3 times heavyweight champion in the world. I'm a man of my word. I'm going to do a demolition job on Wallin." So they were AJ's words, unquote. But anyway, back to what Dubois was saying about Miller. He says he's going to chop the tree down when Miller was talking about him, because he said he was scared to fight Parker, and I'm gonna kick his stuttery ass because he stutters. But anyway, Miller can't really talk. He takes drugs, so I'm surprised no one brought that up. I'm surprised nobody even said, you know what, are you on your PEDs today? Because why? We don't even know if you're even legit to even be able to fight here. But obviously, the Saudis want who they want, so it's kind of one of them. They just want the fighters that they want, so that's why the card's so stacked. But to be honest, this is how heavyweight boxing should be, and this is how cards should be. You should be getting the best of the best instead of just lukewarm, kind of crap flipping cards. But you know, money talks, and that's what brought everyone together. The money. So anyway, going back to Wilder, Shelley Finkel finally gets time to speak, and he looked like a dead turtle, to be honest. He looks like he's flipping half dead anyway, like he's come out, like I digged him out of a coffin. But he says, "My fighters do the speaking in a ring, I don't speak." And then he started talking about Evander Holyfield and how he knocked people out, and that's how he did his speaking and whatever and whatnot. But anyway, Joseph Parker got to speak, and then basically he was saying, I've kept busy this year. It's my 4th fight this year. It's a big fight, big opportunity. I respect Wilder, I respect Manny Scott, but he's in my way. So basically, Parker's fired up because obviously he's saying he's not been the best, but like now he's winning Vander Lee and he's doing what he's doing. And to be fair, he has had that promise where you can see it in Parker, but it's just sometimes you need to give him or kick him up the arse off, light a fire to like match up his arse so to get him going, because I don't know what it is. It's like sometimes he's not really up for things. I don't know. But anyway, Wilder got to speak, and he said it's been a journey. It's a blessing to be on the card and ready to go. I come to deliver the KO come the 23rd. I want a unified division. My one punch ability is a blessing and a curse. I have the ability to knock out a man with one punch, and it's a curse because people shy away from me because of the knockout ability. Then Dev Sani was asking him about Anthony Joshua, and Anthony Joshua looked over and he was kind of like waiting for Wilder to talk shit, but it was weird. Wilder didn't really enter into that, and he just said, I've got love for him. If we fight, we fight. You know, if we don't fight, then, you know, it is what it is. But like, I do want to fight him and blah, blah, blah. But it's kind of weird. You know, now that they're together, you could get the impression that Wilder's not as sure or confident about AJ. And AJ still got the fire in his belly because of all the bad vitriol that's happened between them. So if they fought today, I think Joshua would win. And to be honest, Wallin will be a hard fight for Joshua, but I think Joshua will win. I think Joshua will beat Wallin. I think there's too much stakes in what's going on. And Joshua does better against bigger guys anyway. So they're almost near the same size. So Wallin, yeah, he'll be southpaw, but I think Joshua's going to get him. And he's already beat him before and he's sparred him before, so he knows what he's dealing with. So it's a case of how much each fighter wants it. And this stuff about him being gun shy and this, that, and other, I didn't see none of that. I seen confidence. I seen intenseness. You kind of seen the old Anthony Joshua, the vitriol, the spite. You could see it. You know, like you know what's kind of good? I think the Louis Theroux interview and just certain things that people are saying. I think they're winding Joshua up now. So now that they're winding him up, we're getting more of the aggressive AJ. So for him to say he's going to demolish Wallin, wow. I didn't think I'd ever hear him say that. So maybe he's going to go for the knockout. I think he's going to try to make a statement. I think he's going to want to steal the card and show that if him and Wilder fight, Wilder's getting knocked out. And I still believe that if he fights Wilder, he'll knock him out. Wilder hasn't got the boxing IQ that AJ's got. Even this version of AJ, I don't care what anyone says, he's not going to be able to do even what what's his name, Hellenius did with AJ. I don't think he'll be able to do that because he reverts to one punch power, and that's not going to save him against Joshua if he doesn't knock him out. And Joshua's not going to fall for that because under Derek James, he's actually fought a lot better. The only difference is that I think he's just got the habit sometimes of like staying in the pocket sometimes too much or not moving his head. But I just think that's just one of them things because the heavyweights, they can't always get off the line and get out of the way. So sometimes you have to take shots if you're not blocking. So it is what it is. But he does have a tendency sometimes to fall for certain shots. But Wilder doesn't fight like that. And the drills that he does with Malik Scott, how much of that is he going to actually remember and how much he's going to actually do, because he still relies on the one punch power. So that's his bread and butter. And I don't think Joshua's going to be falling into that trap anytime soon to go and do that. So, you know what I mean? And yeah, he's tall, but he's not as big as Fury in the sense that he's going to be probably there to be hit. Because like if he comes in and he gets on his bike, Joshua, and fights off the jab, I think he'll cause Wilder problems, because we know if you back Wilder up and you use the jab and you set it up and line yourself up right, and then you get your backhand going, you can hurt Wilder. So, and he can go down because he's gone down before. But anyway, tell me what you think of the press conference if you've watched it. But this is the like post review of it, just my thoughts and observations. So leave your thoughts in the comment section, like, comment and subscribe. And that is another one from Knockout Legends. Peace.